I'm Chanel, and today the Gleaner is on location at the IHAH Foundation Pint for Pint Blood Drive. Now, giving blood is a serious issue that we've always dealt with in Jamaica, but we're going to find the root of it. How many people are willing to give blood? What's stopping people from giving blood? And what can we do to make sure that more people give blood? Let's go find out. We are catching up with Abigail Smythe, the founder of the IHAH Foundation and the person behind this whole event. How are you doing, Miss Smythe?
I'm good.
I know we have had a long call for blood in Jamaica. Why have this event specifically today?
Because there's currently a shortage, as there almost always is. And you have people like premature babies, pregnant women, people who meet in accidents, people who get stabbed or shot, kidney patients, heart disease patients like myself. So I do what I can to assist, to help to build and replenish the blood bank's general supply, and to help the blood bank, help our health sector, and by extension help our country.
What's the turnout been like today?
Today it could have been better, but majority of the people who came, they could not donate for various reasons. So like low blood pressure, low iron, low blood count, and that's a cause for concern.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
It shows that our diet or our lifestyles overall is not very healthy. So we're not eating properly, we're not exercising, we're not resting, and that is a cause for concern. So this is a wake-up call for many people. Eat healthier, exercise more, rest, manage stress better, you know. So we have a lot of work to do as a people. Yeah.
What do you think can be done about that? I imagine this isn't an overnight problem. I imagine this is something that we've been facing for a while. What do you think we can do as a society or a government or whatever to help fix that?
One of the things that we can do is to start with our children. They are our future, so we have to start with our children. So what my suggestion is the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education, the partner, or whatever it is that they can do, and they start to teach in-depth diet and nutrition in our schools, because we're not being taught to eat properly. Even with portion control, we're not being taught to eat properly. A lot of people who have low iron don't know that when you consume iron-rich foods, you're supposed to have vitamin C with it, like orange juice or eat an orange or whatever. A lot of them don't know that, so they're eating the iron-rich foods in vain. We're not being taught that in schools, and I think we should start teaching in-depth diet and nutrition in our schools. Yeah.
Another aspect of the ineligibility is that a lot of our rules are very strict on who can give blood and who can't. Do you think there's any room for any wiggle room for that?
I am not quite sure, but I do know that overseas it's quite different, where piercings and tattoos are concerned, and even smoking marijuana. I'm not sure if we can, I don't know if we can loosen ours a bit, because for example in other countries, if you get a tattoo you can donate in 2 or 3 weeks or 3 months. In Jamaica you have to wait a whole year. I'm not sure if we can change that, but I'm hoping that one day we get to a place where we can change those things, because we lose out on a lot of donors simply because they have a tattoo that's 6 months old, a piercing that's 5 months old, or because they ate an edible 8 a.m. yesterday, or because they smoked 3 p.m. yesterday. You know, I'm hoping we can get to a place and get so advanced where we can, you know, not turn away people for those things. Yeah.
So for people who have yet to give blood, what would be your advice to them?
Donate blood. When you donate 1 pint of blood, you're saving 3 lives, and you never know whose life you're saving. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your auntie, it could be your kids, it could be your own life. Because a lot of times people don't see the importance of it until it reaches their doorstep. You know, a lot of times we see people come out posting flyers on social media asking strangers to go donate for their family and friends. And I think if people donate blood regularly, then we won't have this problem where we're scrambling and running up and down to try to get people to donate blood. So my advice to people, donate blood, do it regularly. You can donate blood every 3 months, so while you can, go out and donate blood.
We are here with Minister Charles, the Minister of Labour and Social Security. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good.
I see you gave blood.
That's right. See right here.
And you have a sticker.
That's right.
So giving blood is such an issue in Jamaica. We always hear the calls, people need to give blood, people need to give blood. Why do you think it's such an issue?
Well, I mean, I think firstly we need to educate more. You know, a lot of persons are fearful of giving blood. So they think about this, the needle, and only the needle. You need to think about the outcome. You know, 3 pints can save 1 life. And the reality is that you don't know when you will need blood. You don't know when your family or your friends will need blood, or just somebody who is in your society, in your community. And you can't wait until that appointed time. So, you know, for me, I give blood regularly. And I think it is a very simple way for me to make a contribution to my own self and to my family and to my country. And I would encourage anybody who can, once you're eligible, come and give blood. It's really, I mean, I think what happens is that people really have a perception of this process which is really not as bad as it appears. It's simple. It's not very long, and you know, don't be a chicken. Yeah, I'm challenging you. Don't be a chicken. Don't worry about the needle. Let's come and give blood. It's worth it.
I was speaking to the organizers today, and they said one of their biggest issues are a lot of people are ineligible to give blood. What do you think we as a country can do to help skew that in our favor a little bit more?
Listen, you hear Dr. Tufton saying it a lot of times, you know, the country has to be healthy. Even for me as Minister of Labour, a productive society is a healthy society. So, I mean, here you see that I think it's more than 50% of the persons are ineligible for many different reasons. Iron deficiency, low blood pressure, low blood count, many different things, which I think should be, this should really be a warning to you to say, listen, if it is that you have come here and you're ineligible, you need to check why, and you need to repair that situation so that you can come back and give blood. But generally, you have to live good. You know, you have to take care of yourself. So for me, I mean, I've never been rejected in terms of giving blood. And particularly because I eat healthy, I exercise, I don't get to sleep enough, but I try my best to retain my health and maintain my health as best as possible. So it benefits me, and it also benefits the society.
Minister, a lot of our requirements, though, are a lot more strict than other countries, because I know, even for me personally, I cannot give blood today because I got a tattoo within a year. Other countries you can give within 2 weeks. Is there any room for us to adapt some of those so that we can have less of a blood crisis locally?
I think so, but I mean, I believe the medical professionals have to make those decisions. I'm sure that they have, you know, the various parameters for a reason. But I would urge them to revisit them based on the crisis that we're having, not just in Jamaica but globally. And if it is that they can ease them up, that's a matter for them. But for me, as I said to you, outside of the issue of a tattoo, for instance, which you can understand, too many persons who are here today came to give blood and had to leave, not because of a tattoo. You know, and so it's a wake-up call to many who came to give blood. You need to set yourself good. You know, it's a real thing. You need to sort out yourself. And as a country, you know, our health is our wealth. And that's a really serious statement. Jamaica's development is going to be dependent on our ability to be productive and to have a strong labor force. And that comes from having a healthy society.
Thank you for that. Is there anything you want to say to the Jamaicans who have yet to give blood, ones who are afraid to give blood, or Jamaicans at large?
Well, I give blood because every time I give blood, I get a patty from Abby. Sometimes we get cupcakes, Vitamalt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of goodies when you give blood.
Patty expensive, you know?
Yeah, let me tell you something, don't play with it, man. But the IHAH Foundation is seriously making a significant dent in terms of the need for us to not just give blood, but to understand the importance of it. And I want to encourage everybody, encourage all Jamaicans, if you can in this simple way make a big difference, I encourage you to come and do it. You can have a massive impact by doing a little act. And this is a way that I have committed to giving blood. I'm a regular blood donor, and I think we need to have more persons who are eligible giving blood on a regular basis, and more of those persons who are ineligible, getting yourself up to a state where you are eligible to give blood.
Why did you choose to come give blood?
Because I just think it's a really, really, really good thing to do. You know, for some of us it's uncomfortable like myself. You know, I like to fear the needles and so on, but eventually I think the good outweighs the bad in terms of the purpose of it. You know, it may not be my relative, but you know, my relative's relative may need blood one day, and you know, we can all benefit from just communally giving blood so that we can support each other in time of need.
Okay. Have you ever given blood before?
Yes.
What was the experience for you? Because a lot of people think that it's going to be this long, uncomfortable thing. What was it like?
Well, it was very long, and I'm kidding. So it was not very long. You know, they tested me to see if my iron was low, and then afterwards, it took me about 25 minutes, and I was out of there.
Okay. Are you eligible to give blood today?
I am unfortunately not, so I need to eat up my interpals and get my callaloo in so that I can the next time.
Okay. Well, one of the organizers did tell me it's not just about eating up your callaloo. You have to have your vitamin C so you can soak in the iron and the interpals and all the things. Okay. So, for anyone who's ever afraid of giving blood, what would you tell them?
The good outweighs the bad. Come and do it. It's something that you're doing not just for your own family, but for the entire country, and maybe for your own family or for yourself one day. That's what I would say.